in our home country, it seems. Well, we can't fail on this one, that's for sure. Officer training school still takes some more time. I would have wanted to go into the Terra mission with a little bit more firepower. So I guess specifically for the Terra attack, I'm going to switch out Gonzalez. Maybe I'll retain her with the med kit, but I'm going to switch out our assault for the mech trooper, because she has the kinetic strike module, and if we are going to encounter chrysalids, that's a solid 100% kill. Plus also she can take a chrysalid bite if that's needed. Ballistic weapons, no armor upgrade, 4 guys. That's as bad as it can be.
Touching down.
Archiv, I guess with the question, do you farm the whale, you mean the whale in the Newfoundland mission, which is going to be in month number 3. Answer for me is no, because yes, you can get some nice experience there, but usually the experience from the kills is much lower than the experience from the missions. So I prefer doing quote-unquote more missions and doing it cleanly. Also, you can be victim of a little bit unfortunate circumstances, and if your guys are missing a lot, then sometimes it's really annoying. So no, I'm trying to play it as clean as possible. Okay. Talking about chrysalids, we already get our first encounter, right? So that's a 100% shot. Let's kill it. Good job. So the reason why I'm now dashing is I want to have still line of sight on them, because I fear that they are now going to infect many of the civilians, and that we will have some zombie parade here. Yep, there's already the first zombie. Good job. Wow, it's unbelievable how bad her aim is. I feel she has difficulties in hitting anything. Yep, so much for the next zombie, right? Okay, rule number 1 in these missions is reload often, because you will need your ammunition. Nothing worse than having like 2 or 3 guys out of ammunition and zombies are engaging you. So there are already 2 zombies, but only 1 more chrysalid. I'm not so afraid about the zombies. They will only trigger. They will only start to trigger that timer to become chrysalids once they are in line of sight. Good. Let's start with him. Make sure that we deal as much damage as possible.
Good to go.
So that could be an option. Yeah, probably I'll go for this one, just to finish off this guy.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
So that's the last chrysalid. But there is still one more zombie, and I heard that he killed one more guy, so I suppose there is going to be one more zombie soon. Right, so here's the zombie. Not very surprising. And there's the other guy that I was just talking about. Let's start by killing this chrysalid. So the zombie can't reach us, but I'm a little bit scared of triggering more pots if I would be going there and kinetic strike him to death. But I could use the kinetic strike here without triggering.
Approaching to engage.
Good. Now let's just consider our targets. It's a solid one. That's a 100% target as well. So let's start with him, and I want to make sure that this chrysalid definitely dies. Good. So no more chrysalids, at least none that I'm aware about. This guy can shoot, and if he doesn't move, he can also reload. Each of the zombies has a 3 rounds timer because before they spawn a chrysalid.
Moving out. Engaging close quarters target.
Good, so much for the zombies. Let's not advance too much. Just trying to reload now.
Ready to engage. Let's rock.
And afterwards we'll advance a little bit more. In contrast to Long War, where you are really afraid about losing civilians, they are just marginally decreasing your rating here. And usually, specifically if I'm with ballistic weapons and just 4 guys, I definitely would want to keep it as safe as possible. Now I move up the sniper because I want to take the high ground here.
Stepping off. Eyes peeled, Commander.
On Overwatch.
Hey, what here? Creo que por aquí ilustra. Por aquí tengo algo.
So that's 3 floaters.
Shot failed.
I'm thinking about using a rocket here, because chances that these guys will try to hit us are relatively high.
Shot failed.
So, but instead of taking the shredder rocket and then kind of doing cleanup, I guess I just want to kill these guys, even if it kills one of the civilians. I mean, I'm sorry, dude. Really. Really I am, but killing 3 floaters with 1 rocket, that's just so much value.
Heading out. You're safe. Now get moving.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw a battle scanner here. That hasn't been fully discovered, and as you know, the pods are jumping through all of the non-discovered areas. So with this here, I discovered it and made sure that none of the chrysalids are approaching up here, because that would be super uncomfortable for my sniper. Instead now, we can slowly start to advance here. There's another pack of floaters. Nope, this time around that will not work out.
Heading to that location.
Okay, so that's the first shot. Killed 1, that's good. Can advance a little bit here to take Overwatch. I'll also take Overwatch on him. And I don't want to take any unnecessary risks and do some sort of a shootout in full cover. There's absolutely no need for that.
Missed the target.
Plus also I'm not afraid of being in half cover currently, because all of these guys are closer. And what they... Well, I was about to say, and what they are usually doing is they go for civilians if they are better targets. But I guess he didn't like our heavy all too much.
Moving out.
There's the second floater. Could kill this guy. Decent chance of at least heavily injuring this guy. Good. So that one could be killed with covering fire. And here I want to make sure A, that my heavy receives some medical treatment, and B, that this floater dies. So I'm very systematically now calculating damage. This guy has a 100% chance of killing him. Good. Let's go into full cover. Make sure that we are topped up. Unfortunately, that will still mean that he's gravely wounded. We haven't had full ammunition, so I can't just go for collateral damage, but I can go for a 50-50, which did not
Ammo on reserve.
kill him.
Shot failed to connect.
Okay. That was the civilian. Very unfortunate, but also a nice shot to the floater. I must admit, he took a nice target.
Hostiles pacified. Everything by the numbers.
So that's 12 of them down and one of us injured. I wish it would have been someone else and not the heavy. 8 days is not too bad though. Archive just went for for Major, which is also nice. And Canada has decreased by 2. So Canada is now again at 0. That's nice. This here is also good. Two nanofiber vests for some nice financial benefits. That's good. Still waiting for the officer training school because I want to buy the upgrades. Of course.
We're receiving several urgent requests for assistance. There are